One time, a student told me that they went on a morning jog by their crush's house, and the crush was outside looking good, and the person fainted. That's why they were late to school.
I had a student one time tell me that their chest was hurting before a test and they couldn't take the test. And I asked them if their left arm was also hurting, and they said yes. And I said, well, you're having a heart attack then. And he kind of freaked out about it.
I offered pencils because it's a Scantron and you had to use pencils, and the girl did not take a pencil and then wrote on her Scantron in pen, filling in the bubbles, I need a pencil, and then she put in her name blank, but I'm going to fail this anyway. So her excuse was she needed a pencil. After I offered a pencil, she refused a pencil and got 0 points on her final exam.
I had a student tell me that she had to leave the Google Meet because she got bit by her snake. And so she could not get the snake to detach from her. And so she's like, I'll be right back. Whenever I can get the snake to detach, I'll be back.
The worst excuse I've ever heard was that they couldn't be in first period because they got back late from a game the night before. The only problem is they were a player on the team that I was coaching, and I got back at the same time, and so apparently I was good to come in and teach that first hour, but they couldn't get up and come to class, so they were pretty busted there. So that's definitely the worst excuse I've ever heard.
Well, several years ago, before I retired, someone was on a phone texting in class, and the excuse was that his grandmother was in the hospital. But when I called home, I found out she wasn't even sick.
So in my first year teaching, on the second day, I had a student go to the restroom for 20 minutes, and when she came back, she whispered and said, I'm so sorry, I was taking a dump.
The worst excuse I've ever heard is that they were going to miss a week of school because their family's going on vacation. And I thought, well, it's not fall break yet, so they were wondering why they were going to fall behind in class, but they were taking a vacation during school week, so that's probably the worst one.
We had a student just today say that they were in the clinic, but they were cruising through the hall with a Dairy Queen cup.
A long time ago, I had a girl cross-country runner tell me she couldn't run at practice because she sprained her ankle, and when she was walking away, she was limping on the wrong leg. And when I said, hey, I thought it was your other leg, she said, oops, I forgot.
Not having time when they slept through my entire class and they just didn't have time to finish the test.
I had a student who told me they could not do work outside of school because it was against their religion to, like, homework as a general rule was against their religion.
They said that they needed their magic sombrero to complete their assignment, went home to look for it, and it was gone, so they couldn't get their work done.